Hello friend, welcome back. Today's video is 10 more things filmmakers should be buying from Harbor Freight. If you missed part one or you are not sure what Harbor Freight is, I encourage you to go check out that video. I explain why you should even, consider buying things from the store, what the best process is, and I walk through 10 items. We're gonna follow that up today with 10 more items. There are so many things in this store that I think you guys could find useful. So we're gonna walk through a few that I purchased more recently in hopes that it would help you if you are looking to solve similar problems. And one big point I just wanted to make up front is to get the best prices at Harbor Freight. Although things are already pretty cheap, you want to be patient and you want to shop the deals using the coupons, certain sales they have going on throughout the year, and becoming an Inside Track Club member where you can get exclusive deals. So if you're not sure completely how it works, go watch the first video, but I just wanted to point out a lot of these things are gonna be $20 and under. Several times throughout the year, they have a 30% off all items 20 and under, so great time to pick any of this stuff up. And then as well as around the time this video is going live, there's actually gonna be their spring parking lot sale. It doesn't take place in the parking lot, it's just inside the store, but a bunch of items go on sale. So several of the ones that I shared in the last video are gonna be on sale for a great price. We're gonna walk through maybe a few that are on sale in this particular video, but just wanted to give you guys context. You guys are wondering how exactly to pick up these items. If you want the best price, just keep an eye on their emails, the app, when you go in store, and you guys can grab some really great prices on these items. Item number one, I'm really excited about. It is these utility pouches from Yukon. They're $2.99. They regularly go on sale for about $2, and this is a new item to Harbor Freight. In the last video, I showed you guys some other budget kind of filmmaking bag options I'd actually bought off Amazon. But lo and behold, since I made that video, Harbor Freight actually started selling their own pouches. And I think the price on these is incredible. I also love the business card slot on the front where you can write, what is going to be in each of these bags and slide it in. That was a problem on my last bags. There was not an easy way to label them. So I love that they included that in these. These ones are not clear, so light does not pass through them. If you're in, a darker environment, if you're on set, they can sometimes be hard to see because no light lets in from the side. The fabric is black and a lot of filmmaking items are black, so it can just be hard to see. I always keep a flashlight kind of near my utility pouches if I need to find anything in the dark. But overall, really impressed with the quality on these and have started using these here in my own kit. Next item was actually an honorable mention of the last video. It is the 81mm round magnet. It's $5.99. Regularly goes on sale for $3. The reason why I'm circling back to it in this video is a comment someone left. They mentioned attaching a baby pin to these to be able to magnetically attach lights to any surface. And I went ahead and tried that. I actually had these smaller spigots, which I liked. My baby pins were actually too long where the weight kind of pulls the magnet if it's mounted horizontally. But if I take my lightweight lights and put this little spigot on it, add a little nut to keep it secured to the magnet, I can basically attach these lightweight lights wherever I would like. I found this super handy and wanted to pass it along. So thanks to whoever left that comment. I have really loved this little DIY hack. The next item I have found really useful. They are these rubber tool clamps. They are $2.99, but they go on sale for $2 if you pick them up during that 30% off sale. And if you are a user of a multi-cart of some kind, I have one from Rock and Roller. I have the Rock and Roller Stealth. It is always a challenge to transport stands on carts like this. So I picked up two of these and I wanted to try. Could I attach these to my Rock and Roller cart to hold C-stands when I'm loading in? I drilled some holes on the back of my cart, was able to attach these with some bolts. And this actually still allows the cart to fold up completely. So it's not blocking, how portable and small it folds up, but it actually allows you to attach two C-stands on the back. I did this on a recent shoot and it worked like a charm. I simply stuck the C-stand bases kind of through the wire at the bottom and you can throw these on. Again, they're rubber, they're $2.99. I don't know how long they're gonna last, but they hold these really securely. I would have no issues, clamping stands like this to a cart. I think the one thing that I would love would be able to add more of these to my cart. You might be able to squeeze 3 in, but I found with kind of the spacing, 2 is just kind of a solid place to start. And I want to keep the cart foldable as much as possible, but super handy application. Hope that would help you if you guys are also trying to transport a few stands on a cart like this. Next item is going to be this stubby multi-bit screwdriver. It is $6.99, and the reason why this one is on the list is Harbor Freight has a very popular 4-in-1 style screwdriver that they often give away for free certain times of the year. The running joke is that this kind of ends up being everyone's favorite screwdriver because it's reversible. It can have up to 4 bits on the inside, and I found myself using it more times than I would have thought versus grabbing just a standalone screwdriver. So this one is just like that, but it is incredibly tiny. I've been keeping one of these on a fanny pack on me when I'm on set. If I'm needing to adjust, a screw really quick, I have Phillips, I have flathead. It's long enough to fit kind of in between my camera base plate, tighten anything I need, and I get to save space, and I don't have to have the really long screwdriver. So I found this handy, wanted to point it out to you guys. You guys might want to throw one in your kit. Next item is really simple. It is these wrench rings. They are $1.99 for a set of 2. Pretty simple application. You can simply attach rolls of tape, anything else you need to kind of fit onto a large carabiner style connector. I found these work perfect and they are super cheap. Next item I wanted to mention was ratchet straps. This one right here is typically $6.99, currently on sale for $3.99, and I like it because they're all black. You can buy ratchet straps anywhere. So many brands, so many places sell them. They're not very expensive. You can go to just about any store that sells stuff like this and they're gonna have ratchet straps. I just particularly like these ones because they're all black, and I have found several uses for ratchet straps in an on-set environment in the last few months. The first was leveling out an overhead lighting rig that I helped on a friend's job. I was kind of put in charge of lighting and gaffing, and we didn't have the easiest way to secure this overhead frame to the ceiling. I had ratchet straps in my kit, not these exact ones, but we were able to really easily level it out. And then the other day we were booming out a light using the Kupo Junior Boom. This was like a 40-inch by 40-inch light panel over this kind of office style scene, and sandbags get really heavy. My friend Daniel, who was helping me with this job, asked if I had a ratchet strap. We did a menace arm of sorts, and this took some weight off the back where we didn't have to use too many sandbags. So again, ratchet straps, if you don't have them, I've been finding a lot of use for them, and you can pick them up anywhere, but I think this price is really solid. Item 7 is pretty simple. It is these hex key sets, $7.99 for a set of 3. They go on sale for $4.69. And yeah, 3 sets. You get metric, you get SAE, and then you get kind of like the Torx star bit. I don't necessarily use that one a ton, but having it around has come in handy when you come across those odd fasteners. But when you are on set, you're always needing Allen keys, adjusting cameras, adjusting lights, tightening things. I have found just having these ones that all fold up into one kit that I can hand to someone or keep in a fanny pack on me is really helpful. They also make the ones that are, removable and they fit together in kind of a little sleeve. I don't like those as much because I tend to lose them. So love these ones that they just fold up, and the price on these is really amazing. Next item is actually a recommendation that was in the comment section of the last one. It is their cargo bar. Regularly $16.99, goes on sale for $10.99. And this is basically like a varipole or an auto pole, but it is much smaller. So the size at minimum is 45 inches. Max length though is 9.5 feet. I probably wouldn't use it at 9.5 feet, but maybe 8-9 feet would be a little bit more reasonable. Basically perfect as a wall spreader in small rooms, hallways, bathrooms, if you're needing to rig a light overhead or just kind of out of the way and you don't have room for a stand. We're always trying to find places to clamp things. I think one of these cargo bars in a scenario like that with something like a super clamp is super helpful. And the price on this is just so cheap. It's so small. I went ahead and picked one up, and I can't wait for the next time I get to use it on a job. Next item is going to be this small foldable work light from Braun. Regularly $29.99, but goes on sale a bunch throughout the year. I think right now at the parking lot sale, it's on sale for $13.99, which is over 50% off. And this item is amazing. It's basically like a flashlight. I have found it super helpful when you're in a darker environment. You need to find something in your Pelican case or in a bag, and you can't turn on a big light. Historically, I've used something like a little Aperture MC, but sometimes it's not charged. Sometimes we're using it on set, and I've found just having like a dedicated flashlight of sorts that you can magnetize to something or kind of stand up on its own is really handy. And I think the biggest thing I wanted to point out with this is the build quality. I've used a few that are cheaper that you can buy on Amazon. I think they come in like a 2-pack, and the build quality is just not there. They're plasticky. They're not going to reliably hold a charge. This one from Braun has held up incredibly well for me. It is rock solid, folds up really small, and I've been getting a ton of use out of it. For my 10th item, it was hard to narrow it down, so I'm just going to name a bunch of small ones here to end, things you might find interesting that they have. So first thing is going to be shoe covers. If you work with a cyc wall in a studio of some sort, you are needing to protect the paint on the floor so you don't have to repaint. Next thing is going to be earplugs. They have disposables as well as reusables, and I think having either one in your kit is super helpful. Several times I found myself filming live music scenarios. I haven't thought ahead and my ears are just getting blasted by stage noise or by the drums. And so having some of these just in your kit, you never know when you're maybe going to be on a job site or just in a loud environment. And sometimes you're not always thinking through all these things. These are really small, really cheap. I would encourage you guys to pick them up. Next one is going to be spray bottles. Again, kind of random, but actually someone who works with me here in my studio does a lot of product photography. They need to consistently work with products where they need to get them a little bit wet to shoot kind of stylized products. And these spray bottles are super awesome. You can pick them up, and I think those would be really handy for someone. Last item on this list was also mentioned in the last video in the comments, but is their silicone twist ties. The idea with these, it's kind of a reusable zip tie, maybe safety chain of sorts. I went ahead and picked up a few, put them in my kit as I figured I would find a use for those here at some point down the road. I think a really easy application would be like working with plants in corporate settings. I'm always zip tying plants to get them to look more nice. Something like this is reusable. You don't have to zip it down as hard. It can just hold something in place. So check those out if you guys are interested. So there we have it, 10 more things that filmmakers should consider buying at Harbor Freight. Just a reminder, I mentioned it at the beginning, they are having the spring parking lot sale. I think around the time this video is going live, I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but several of the items I mentioned in the last video are actually on sale. Go watch the last video, go take a look. Is anything from this video or the last one on sale? You guys can save a ton of money over the next week or so. Really appreciate you guys. Let me know any questions you have down below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.